Got a relatively brief module here about changing your paper size and your orientation, and this kind of relates to printing. And it's like I said, it's going to be a quick little module here, but it really demands a separate module. And that is simply by going to the page layout tab of your ribbon, and to change your page size and your orientation, go to the size and orientation buttons here. So pretty self-explanatory, isn't it? We go to orientation, we can toggle between a portrait and, of course, a landscape. So notice what happens with this particular document right here. If I'm in landscape, is that going to change the number of pages? Well, it just might, but if I go down here to my zoom options, you can see how that's going to change from landscape and then once again to portrait. That's how we're most typically used to looking at documents. Same thing with size. Is the size going to be letter 8.5 by 11? Is it going to be legal? And of course, as you can see, there's a laundry list of other sizes that you can select from, but we'll just concentrate, just trying to keep it simple here. 8.5 by 14, of course, is legal. 8.5 by 11 is letter size. So let's change it to legal and see how that's going to affect the document. So in portrait orientation, this is a 6-page document. If you look down here at our status bar, it's a 6-page document. If I change the size of the paper to 8.5 by 14, of course, we have less pages. So same amount of words, but now the pages are longer. We need less pages to fit this whole document in. Now, when you go to send this to the printer, of course, it makes a big difference that you actually have legal size paper and be able to tell the program, be able to tell Word where that lives, where that paper actually is stored. And the way you can do that is with the size button once again in the page setup, go to more paper sizes. It brings up a dialog box that looks like this. You can also, by the way, get to that same dialog box by clicking on the little page setup button. Paper, size, legal. You may or may not see this. It will depend on the printer that you've set up on your operating system, but you may see multiple trays here. And you may want to grab a first page, maybe a cover page from a specific tray, and then other pages come from other trays that maybe not have highest quality of paper. You can apply your selections to the whole document or this point forward. So you don't have to print every page of your document with the same size sheet of paper, although I can't think of too many examples where that would be necessary or desirable. But the thing really to keep straight here about this paper tab of the page setup dialog box is that if you're selecting, if you have something that can print, maybe you go back and forth in your work between printing on letter size and printing on legal size paper, make your selection and then tell Word which tray that the letter size paper lives in. Tell Word which tray the legal size paper lives in, and then you'll be good to go.